Greetings, my sports to the bone people. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope everybody is doing okay. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. As we are here being stressed by West Indies cricket, I decided to take a little break in this video. Gonna take a little break from West Indies cricket. Still gonna be talking about West Indies players, but it's on a franchise level. The CPL is coming up, and we see where quite a few players are being moved around. It's like a chess game going on. You know, the teams, they are getting ready for the draft next month. We see where the likes of Jason Holder, Sheffield Rutherford, Raheem Cornwall, Obed McCoy, Alec Arthanes, Brandon King. We see where all these players, they have been moved around. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Plus, we're going to talk some test cricket. We see where England, they are taking on Zimbabwe. And I must tell you that, you know, it's not looking too good for Zimbabwe so far. You know, at the end of day one, England, they have faced 88 overs and they already have 480 runs on the board. 3 of their top order batsmen already scored centuries. So it's tough going. We'll talk about that a little bit. All right, let us start off with some CPL news here, my viewers and subscribers. Now, we have what we call the pre-draft movement, right? And this is a little period, the pre-draft trade window. This is where, you know, teams, they're allowed to make certain transfers, you know, move players around to sort of set themselves for the actual draft. The draft is next month. So, you know, teams are actually doing a little bit of shuffling. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the players that have been shuffled around. So I'm here on the Sportsmax website. The first one, Brandon King to Barbados Royals, Obed McCoy to the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, right? So Brandon King to Barbados and Obed McCoy to the Falcons, right? So that is what's happening here. Now, Brandon King, my viewers and subscribers, very talented player. I think it was 2019, if my memory serves me right, that he was the leading run scorer in the CPL. You understand? He has gone on to make a name for himself since at the international level. So I'm sure that Barbados will be looking to him. You know, he's now an established opener for the West Indies. They'll be looking to him to score runs, right? And Obed McCoy moving to the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons. You can imagine that they will definitely be banking on him to bring all his experience as they look to get themselves established as a CPL team. Now, another huge couple of changes. We see where Alec Arthanes, right, and Jason Holder, they have joined the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. Yes, Alec Arthanes and Jason Holder, they have joined the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, while Sheffield Rutherford, he has moved to the Barbados Royals, right? So very interesting there, my viewers and subscribers. Sheffield Rutherford along with Brandon King moving to the Barbados Royals. Very good piece of business that for the Barbados Royals. Sheffield Rutherford, you know, a very good batsman. You guys would remember when they won the CPL, he played a very important role in that season. You understand? He's now doing well in the IPL. You know, he's well respected around the world for his power hitting ability. He's also good when it comes on to stabilizing, staying at the crease and stabilizing the innings. You know, so Barbados Royals, they have decided to snap up Brandon King and Sheffield Rutherford, right? So, you know, good on them, my viewers and subscribers. As I said, Alec Arthanes and Jason Holder. Alec Arthanes, you know, a player that is highly thought of in the region. Jason Holder, this is his first time moving from his home-based franchise. You know, he has 2 titles with them, if I'm not mistaken. He won one as the captain, and you know, the other one, he was just a player. So, you know, Jason Holder and Alec Arthanes moving on there. Now, the final move that we're going to talk about in this video, There are a couple of other there are a couple of other moves going on that we probably will look at later on. But Raheem Cornwall, the big rock, the man has returned home. Yes, my people, the man is home. You understand? The Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, you know, getting themselves established. Raheem Cornwall said that when his agent gave him the call, all he said was yes. He said that, you know, it was in the works for a couple of months, and, you know, Barbados and St. Lucia, those two franchises, you know, they treated him well, like he felt at home. But there's no place like home, actual home, is what Raheem Cornwall is saying. And we know that Raheem Cornwall, he brings a lot of excitement to the CPL. You understand? A lot of people will still remember that, you know, that mic drop or bat drop, if you will, when he scored a century. You understand? Playing for the Barbados Royals. So it's going to be fun to see Raheem Cornwall doing it for his home country, his franchise based in his home country. So yeah, those are the couple of moves that we want to talk about in this one. As we get a little closer, we'll continue to talk a little bit about the CPL. All right, just before we go, some test cricket. Now, Zimbabwe, they are taking on England. Zimbabwe won the toss this morning, decided to bowl first, and England, they decided to do the baseball thing, right? England 498 for 3. 498 for 3 in 88 overs, right? Zach Crawley finally getting another century. 124 is what he got off 171. Ben Duckett making his way back in the team, 140 off 134, 24s and 2 sixes. Ollie Pope, he's still at the wicket, 169 off 163. Joe Root made 34. Harry Brook is there at 9. So 498 for 3, my viewers and subscribers. You know, Zimbabwe feeling it. I can imagine England, they will be looking to bat once in this game. They'll probably come tomorrow, second day, look to score another 150 or 200 and try to bowl out Zimbabwe 2 times. So that is basically how it's going. In terms of the bowling for Zimbabwe, you know, Blessing Mozabani, 1 for 111 off his 20 overs. He's actually a good bowler, you understand, but tough to go up against the English batsmen. Sikandra Raza, another very good established player, 1 for 93 from 24, right? And Wesley Motherheaver, he got 1 for 34 from 3, right? Wesley, hope I pronounced that last name right, Wesley Motherheaver, right? So that is basically how it's going in that game. You know, we wish Zimbabwe all the best, but that's not easy. It's no easy task to go up against England. But we're going to leave it right there. Big up.